T.O.B, Vito, XIB, Shooters, ABM, Fat Stocks, UEB.
Me and this ABM shit, leave us the fuck alone, bro. Leave us the fuck alone, bro. I know you a bear, you a big dude, you a bear and all that, but I'm like a bear killer. I'm a bear hunter, nigga.
Ain't no money in this go-go shit. What? They said ain't no money because we taking all that shit. What the fuck is they talking about? There ain't no money because we getting all that shit.
Man, you a $10 ass nigga. Fuck what you talking about.
Radio Killers, XIB, the Sweezy Gang. We doing it, we gonna bounce it. I know y'all sick of listening to all these slumming ass niggas, they been slumming.
It was the last real golden era of go-go music. Throughout the 2000s, before the DMV drill scene hit, it was an era where the youngest went head up. It was like 100 go-go bands, and some of them would battle on stage, taking each other music and cranking it right in front of them. The 2000s consisted of a vibe that would never be replicated. T.O.B, ABM, XIB, AAO, N2L, UEB, Dream Team, New Vision, and so many more, incorporating many versions of the bounce beat. The slow bounce, Jamaican bounce, the Simpson bounce, the Baltimore bounce. But it's only right we kick it off right with T.O.B.
I love my nigga, yep. I love my chick.
Yeah, this is where I grew up at, man. 18 from Monroe, 1A zone.
Man, I'm from 18 from Monroe, man. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck what you talking about, man. Hey, hold on. The Toga, Sloper Hammond, all day. My cousin Mike.
One of the last official go-go bands to come from Washington, D.C. to come up the traditional way is T.O.B, short for Takeover Band. And by traditional, that means that we met and formed the band as children and grew together as adults, carrying a whole generation from teens to adults. Still holding strong regardless of losing some members or gaining new members, so long as the core original group is still active. T.O.B is the youngest of that type to come from D.C. Most of the other bands come from PG County. I watched them transition from the very start until they perfected their sound. In my opinion, no go-go band has mastered the bounce beat quite like T.O.B. T.O.B officially formed back in 2004. The first thing to notice was how powerful the lead mic, Lil Chris' voice was, and how seasoned he was as a lead talker. Like many other bands who were just starting out, musically there was room for improvement. And they only got better with time. Early on back in 05, they was capturing a new young go-go fan base. The music was sped up, fast tempo in the beginning of the rise of T.O.B. They was raw, unpolished, but determined to make a name for themselves. And they had local hits like Bouncing to This. It's easy to forget how influential go-go still was in the 2000s amongst young people, and just to prove the stronghold that go-go still had on the people locally, think about this. Wale came out about a year after T.O.B hit the scene, and even he had to incorporate go-go to get the people's interest. But T.O.B were the first to develop their own version of the bounce beat after TCB. Right at the start of the social media revolution, YouTube was just created around the time T.O.B came out. The audience were the first generation of MySpace users, and my age group were the first to migrate to Facebook after it became available to the general public in 06. The most interesting thing about T.O.B is their trajectory. In 2006, They were already established amongst their crowd, but over the years, they would not only perfect their sound, but they went even further by sampling and mixing in classic oldies that gave them a unique space in go-go. And their performance resume stretched very far, from headlining all types of venues in and around the city at the DC Star to the CFE to being on stage with Big G, Wale, and taking on the nickname, the Crank of the Bounce Beat, winning Band of the Year in 2009 at the Go-Go Awards. 100% battle-tested, endless accolades, and well-deserved. One of the biggest local hits that came out of nowhere, involving a memorable sample, the Know Me track. It was catchy as hell, and you might have heard it cranking everywhere in the area, on the radio, in the hoods, on the metro. That joint tough, man, clean bounce. But there's one specific moment where T.O.B. went God mode with their performance on the Charlie Brown / Cha-Cha Slide. And I would say this moment was the quintessential bounce experience that you never knew you needed. And it's a specific part of this song where they all was in sync together. T.O.B. was in rare form on this one. And as the track continued, they kept turning up. Lil Chris is a Hall of Fame lead talker / band leader who was born for go-go.
We the Crank of the Bounce Beat, so don't forget that.
Guys like him and Big Buddha from Dream Team Band got this thing where they know how to hype up a crowd being the leader, and both of them can sing as well. I think T.O.B. sort of bridged the gap musically and ushered in a new era that followed behind, including a PG County go-go takeover. And this is where things really get interesting.
Go-Go Mike exclusive.
We fucking. Yeah. Rock me, baby. I want me money.
Hey, I know this whole fucking crowd here ain't getting ready. ABM, we about to play it big.
ABM is one of the bands that I learned about right after T.O.B. Short for All About Money. Their early material sounded like they was well seasoned right out the gate, with shooters leading the band. They were more than just vocals and a bounce beat.
ABM is one of my favorite bands because they have the best chords in go-go. I swear, easy, shooters, street.
ABM later took on the moniker the Slow Bounce Kings and rose to the top of the go-go world alongside the likes of T.O.B. and eventually XIB. Early on, ABM's Strictly for the Streets 2007 CD, it was filled with a variety of music showcasing their skills. You had that Gimme Bop joint. course, the memorable 07 Blow Your Day record.
You blow.
Hey, whole club, yeah. We tell them, blow your day, blow your day, blow your day, blow your day.
This was back when you had to get the physical copy for the little CD player Walkman to crank on the bus or the train, and it was the LimeWire era. Lil Wayne was stepping on everything moving in the rap industry after the Dedication 1 and 2. PA Palace was one of the official spots to get your go-go CDs. Young folks was into playing instruments and starting up go-go bands all around town. This is why I say in the 2000s, before the rap takeover, before DMV drill, it was the last golden era of go-go. 2009 was the year where they stamped themselves as the Slow Bounce Kings. This was Shooter stamping the fact that even though N2L made a song that was slowed down, but it was ABM that gave it that flavor and gave the Slow Bounce a title.
Slow bounce. What is the slow bounce? Question. Who started the slow bounce? Question. Big hang up and phone Let's get to it. Slow bounce. It's not even my phone. The point of you being in slow motion or whatever is the point of the bounce time. Taking that fast bounce beat, slowing it down. You put a lot of swag on it. Putting a lot of swag on it or whatever. I hear niggas talking about, let's put it out, man. N2L made the slow bounce. You can go ask N2L, do they have a name for whatever beat they was doing at the time? What did they have a name for? Nothing. What I was doing is strictly called the slow bounce, you know what I'm saying? What N2L was doing, they had a song that was called Oh My God, Let's Get It. They was playing entirely slow, like, oh my God. That shit used to rock, I used to fuck with them for that shit. That shit used to rock. But yeah, it still wasn't what I was doing. What I'm doing is slow bounce.
The next year in 2010 was an impactful year go-go wise, but also a devastating year for not only members of ABM, but to many people that knew the young man Lil Weat.
Hustling out of Thule. Lil Weat, Thule, shoot cartel, gang, bang, bang. Hold on, ceiling fan where the cake go. Violate my laws and die like Draco.
Right there. Where your man that shit this shit don't mean nothing. My man got money.
Already know. If you say anything about that man in these streets, you make sure you say that man chased paper. He was a good nigga.
But he lost his life that year, and the reason why I'm mentioning him is because in all of my life, I never heard a band pay homage to someone the way they did for Lil Weat. And then, after researching and seeing the impression he left on a lot of people, it all made sense. But what don't make sense is any black man perishing at 20 years old, and even worse, he had a son, Elijah Fletcher, who was shot and killed back in October 2023 in Fort Washington. Youngin was only 16 years old, same age as someone I'm doing a story on from Condon Tourist who they call Lil Regal. But let's continue though. It was the closest thing we seen to a modern style black rock and roll. Young folks carried the torch packing out venues, servicing a whole generation with a unique sound. Go-Go still had real motion more than 4 decades after Chuck Brown. The crown was up for grabs as every band fought for their name and place in the genre. Some were creative and some were trying to become a carbon copy of what they saw working. But one of the young creative original bands that popped up on the scene and later battled ABM, like I mentioned earlier, this was at the CFE. It was XIB. XIB in the beginning was a very energetic group that mastered the art of the grind and promo.
Y'all already know what it is. It's Go-Go Award time, man. Song of the year, you already know what that is. XIB, I'm in the kitchen, man. I had a song this summer. It's only been out for like a month and a half. That was a back-to-school special. Almost 200,000 plays on that thing. So you better make sure you go ahead and download right now. And the new way to vote for us this year is knife, chef, cook, vote. Man, I'm trying to tell you. Get on that shit. Tell your whole family to cook. Tell your whole family to vote. It's knife, chef, vote. You got vote. You got to vote. So if you don't know how to vote, this how you vote. So it's knife, chef, cook, vote.
Sweezy Gang ENT, Radio Killers. XIB, man, they was out there in the field. I kind of look at them as the Huckabucks of the bounce beat era based on their vibe, that party radio type vibe.
Hey, yo, damn, Southside, her big old booty got a sign.
XIB went on to do something that I thought was clever and never done before, merging the Baltimore club track with the bounce beat.
Nobody never did this before.
It's a risk.
This was different, and even the Baltimore youngers was actually rocking with it. This video was too funny, man. Watch Spaceman from the 3-minute, 22-second mark forward.
Hey, Mikey, y'all XIB niggas. Y'all niggas some for real, man.
So back in 2010, ABM and XIB were at odds, sending shots at each other.
I know y'all niggas missing.
I don't know the exact moment the tension started, but I can tell you, all of the dissing was hilarious. XIB, they actually started imitating Shooter's voice.
I already told you, man, Lil B, what's up? Fuck that nigga, I'm a sauce on him too. But let's get to these XIB niggas. Jabooski, whatever the fuck your name is, I told you ain't got no hooks. Stop playing with my band. All right, Tony gonna murder you. Let's go, Jerry.
But I'm not gonna lie, ABM was in rare form that night at the CFE.
What y'all know about that song shit, CFE? 2-5. Hey, 36. Them swagger jackal boys trying to steal our soul. Them swagger jackal boys trying to steal our soul. 2-5. CFE.
So XIB was able to get Lil B, the rapper, to rock with him or perform with him. Yeah, I think he chose a side, even though Shooters and them sampled his music for their songs, stamping them. And to make a long story short, ABM dragged his ass. They was like, fuck you, Lil B. We put you on in this city.
Real sauce guys in the building. Fuck Lil B. He ain't performing with us anyway. Fuck Lil B. He ain't performing with us anyway. Fuck you, nigga. This is my shit, Lil B. Put you on in this city, bitch.
They was going in heavy, hitting some of XIB popular songs like the Power Joint, Push It Up, and that So Good track.
I told niggas, stop playing with me. Respect my court. You not fucking with me. I'm Mr. Miyagi. I'm the nastiest. Sauce God. Fuck Lil B. He's a bitch. Check his ass. Twitter shit. Iceberg low. Woo low.
The ABM and XIB battle thing is just one of many. Lots of bands were going at it. ABM and Dream Team, they had their issues as you saw in the intro. But as far as the back and forth between ABM and XIB, they both held their own. These are memories. Memories of a golden era where the influence of go-go music was still very high. New Impressions, CCB, Reaction, a list of other bands all popping at the same time. These moments can't be replicated. We talking about groups of guys that raised entire generations from kids to adults on their music. You'll notice that a lot of the people that listen to XIB in school now got jobs. They got kids, paying rent now. Go-go is still present. Some of these bands are still active, but I don't know if we will ever see a day where groups of kids come together to form bands the traditional way. Those days may be long gone. That's why to me, this was the last true golden era of go-go.